because I am that weird person who colour codes their children.
Hi and welcome back to another video. It's so good to have you here. Well, I don't know about you, but I find maintaining kids' clothes to be one of the most frustrating aspects of home management. Whether it's making sure that the stuff in their wardrobe actually fits, is seasonally appropriate, or isn't just completely stained and destroyed, it's a lot to keep up with. Not to mention managing hand-me-downs from child to child and trying to store an appropriate amount of clothing. So today I am going through my children's winter clothing, getting rid of the things that we no longer need for the upcoming seasons, storing what needs to be stored, and then taking out what is appropriate for spring-summer here in Australia. My goal is for each child to have a wardrobe of roughly 7 to 10 outfits that they can mix and match and that will cover them for all the occasions. Most of our life is pretty casual, but I like them to have a couple of decent looking items and I want them to be able to get dressed themselves. You'll see our wardrobes are Montessori style, which means that the children can access their own clothing, both to choose their outfits and also to put away their own laundry, at least for Violet, who is 4.5, and Freddie, who is 2.5. Lincoln at 11 months is obviously not doing a single thing. I've also got my hands on a couple of new organisation products which I think are going to help in enabling the kids to know what goes where without me having to remind them all the time. My children are currently pre-readers, so I'm going to be using visual organisation aids to help us keep this space neat and tidy. I'm really hoping that by simplifying and organising my kids' wardrobe that we can create a system that will prevent too much clutter from building up in this area again.
Okay, as promised, I have a couple of new organisation items to share with you today, and these are to do with labelling and categorising the kids' clothes. Now, I've tried a few different things, some have worked, some haven't, but I did get my hands on something amazing to share with you. These are the clothing storage labels from Second Scout. These were gifted, but this video is not sponsored. I would have bought them anyway. And because I don't have smooth drawer fronts or anything to stick these to, they'll stick to any smooth surface, I went ahead and got these coloured basket clips. I just ordered them from Temu. It's probably ethically questionable, but anyway, pink ones for Violet, blue ones for Freddie, green ones for Lincoln, because I am that weird person who colour codes their children. So I'm going to go ahead and choose the labels that are relevant to the categories that I'm using in the kids' wardrobes, stick them on, and then I'm going to see how they look. I'm excited about this.
If you'd like to pick up some of these labels for yourself, I will leave a link in the description box below and you can use the code EMMY for 10% off. With all the labels attached, I'm just going to slip the basket clips onto all the different baskets we use. Those will peel right off if I want to swap them over, and then the basket clips, of course, can easily be switched out. There are quite a few instances where I've put 2 labels on one clip to save on space, since I'm combining categories. So this is the older kids' shared bedroom. There are still a couple of things to hang on the wall, but it's looking kind of cute. I'm really happy with it. So we've got our little Violet section, Freddie section. They've both got weighted blankets on their bed in an effort to help with their sleep, which is not the best. Yoto players with their cards and the chameleon readers. And then over here they have a shared wardrobe with really dirty doors. Ew. Okay, I have this latched because when Freddie is having a no nap day, occasionally he will ransack the wardrobe. All right, so here is the outcome of the Capsule Wardrobe. On top of their wardrobes, they've each got their memory boxes and their money boxes, and then just a couple of things that need to be put away. Then we've got summer clothes. So up the top we have underwear and accessories, daycare clothes. Unfortunately, this beautiful new shirt got some sort of weird stain that I can't get off, and a couple of older pairs of shorts, his nicer shorts and pants, and pajamas. Hanging stuff in the bottom there are slippers from last year that will hopefully fit next winter, but who knows. Some t-shirts, some collared shirts, which he likes, and I like the extra sun protection because the kid is white. One really cute little coordinated set. Lincoln has the same, and then just one sort of very casual lighter sweater in case we need it. And then up the top, his next season box. That's just a Kmart linen look storage thing. Okay, switch the doors. They're learning that they both can't have their cupboards open at the same time, which has been a learning curve. They've got these enormous black and white stuffed dogs that my grandfather gave them. Violet's 2 big box is stuffed too full, so I need to deal with that. Her memory box, these rainbows need to be hung on the wall. Her money box, and then her cupboard. So she has quite a lot of dresses. She's got like a party dress.
her little coordinated matching set, which, you know, may have been intended to be pajamas. Not sure, don't care. One light cardigan, some more dresses, some pinafore style, and overalls that only go over t-shirts, and then some t-shirts. She probably has 2 or 3 more that are in the wash. Down here, she's got her fluffy slippers, and this is actually my headband holder that she has, and some of my headbands as well as hers that she has kind of taken over. She calls them her crowns, and she likes to coordinate them with her outfits, which is fine by me. So down the bottom for her, also sleepwear, jeans and pants, and I guess for her as well, skirts, underwear and accessories. And up the top we have a box for her couple of uniform items that she wears very infrequently because her school does not require uniforms. So that is the completed capsule wardrobe for summer for my big kids. You might notice that Violet's wardrobe are sort of warm pinks and purples. Freddie's are more blues and whites, and I found that even when I don't intentionally buy the same colors, having all the items within the same color family means that the kids are perfectly entitled to pick their clothes, and most of the time they look pretty reasonable. Some of Violet's fashion choices can be a little bit questionable, but she does okay. We hang up shirts and dresses for the kids, but everything else just gets thrown in the baskets, doesn't need to be folded, and this keeps things much easier. Getting into Lincoln's room, which was Violet's until a few weeks ago. He's got his beautiful sign on the door. He's hanging out in here and waiting, aren't you? Nursing chair. Over here we've got just a decorated wall. Don't look too closely at my awful paint job. His rainbow, his artwork, some of the Love Every kit books. I'm going to be sharing more about Love Every in an upcoming video, but in the meantime, if you would like to get started with their amazing stuff, please send me a DM on Instagram and I'll be able to send you a sneaky little discount code. Lincoln's soft toy basket, his cot, which has been well and truly chewed by his older siblings, with his pillow, little table with monitor and nightlight, cute little rocking horse. This side of the wardrobe I'm using to store all our grown baby stuff. Capsules, bassinets, other stuff. So I'm just gonna pretend that's not there. We have his 2 big box, his special memory box, his empty money box. He has an assortment. He also has one of these cute little matching sets to match Freddie's. My sister got those for them last year. 1 jumper, 1 cute little collared shirt, again from almost a year ago now. A couple of t-shirts. He's still mostly in these short sleeve bodysuits. We love the Jamie Kay ones. They're super soft, they last beautifully. And then I dress him in a lot of these really soft cotton 1-piece rompers, but not when we're going to be outside, because they do allow for rather more sun exposure than I prefer. So most of these are best and less. I think I have these in about 5 or 6 colors for him, and then 1 Random Bonds one. He probably has slightly more changes than the others, just because you inevitably have things like more food spills and more blowouts with babies. He's just starting to get into more t-shirts. I tend to be putting him in size 1, even though they're oversized, just because it's a little bit easier to change. Up the top we have bibs, accessories, sleeping bags, and his woolen blanket, and this is a spare dummy bunny we use as a comforter when the other one's in the wash. That's in the wrong box. Jeans and pants, really essentially it's shorts in the summer. He has about 3 pairs of shorts. Overalls, there wasn't a specific overalls tab in the set, which was totally fine, but we just have some short alls, and then these are more like rompers. Again, Jamie Kay, beautiful corduroy, but again, quite a lot of sun exposure on the legs, even with a t-shirt underneath. So just keeping an eye on that, because oh, my kids are so pale. And this is a really cute little Christmas one that Freddie wore for Christmas photo when he was a baby. So hopefully Link will still fit into that come Christmas. And then his pajamas, where's the label? Mixture of 2-piece ones and full onesies. Because he's not under a blanket, he's just in a sleeping bag, I do tend to dress him still in more warm pajamas at this time of year, because the nights can still be cold. And down here, nothing except a piece of hair. I swear I cleaned this cupboard. Yes. What happened? You'll notice that everything in Linky's room aligns with that green theme. If you're not on board with color coding your kids, totally fine. I just think it's a really cute way to have them each have their own little individual style and also make it much easier for organization. You say hi? Oh, hi, yes. Department of kids' clothing that is not in their room are their socks. So I just use a tub in our hall cupboard which contains everybody's shoes and everybody's, well, my socks and the kids' socks. Reese still prefers to keep him upstairs. He's upstairs in the wardrobe, which is fine. I buy these dot on a sock packs. Violet's are getting a bit worn out, but they have a huge set of socks, all the same size and color with a color-coded dot. So to sort the socks, we don't even pair them, we just sort them according to color, chuck them in the basket. It's awesome. So I keep socks and a winter beanie in here. Linky's just got plain white baby socks. Still, we're not really using socks at this point. Lincoln's shoes, he's not wearing them. I'm not even sure which ones fit. I have to go through and check, but it's coming into summer and as yet he's nowhere near walking, so it really doesn't matter. Yes. And then each of the big kids have 4 pairs of shoes. They have a brown leather pair, which I would say are slightly more formal, but the state of Violet's would suggest that maybe not. They each have a pair of Crocs. I hate the aesthetic of Crocs, but they are so useful. We wear them to swimming lessons. She can wear them at school because they're coloured toes. They're just so easy to get on and off. They have their really cute Merry People gumboots. So down here is Freddie's, and then they each have a pair of sporty shoes. So he's got these little ones, and Violet's wearing hers at school today. They're the brand Chow, which I really like. And then we have obviously things like swimming gear and hats and everything. If you'd like an overview of my organization system for this cupboard, our drop zone, please let me know in the comments and I'll do a bigger video about it, because I think this is one of the areas of our house that does work really, really well and keeps us relatively organized. Again, please don't look at my walls. Hooray!